interest in taking potions that are quite useful if in the art of continual living. Also, that is the the Black Legion banner. They used to hold here, I guess. It's their training yard. There's a pumpkin on that one's head for some reason. That's a scarecrow. That's something else. That guy's a corpse. I suppose you could use him as a target practice. Just since, you know, that's over here, I'm just imagining someone of equal distance but up in the sky from him. Like perpendicular to the ground. So I can go two ways. Over that way and over this way. There's absolutely no way down yet. Let's go this way. We can double back to here if needs be. Christ. For a few enemies, we'll hack our way through all the same. Not a fan of them having much AoE though. At least, you know, like if they don't have an AoE, for a chance their whatever they hit will just be one of my minions. They have AoE, for a chance they'll hit me. Black Legion footman. Don't go in there. The Ethereals have torn open a rift. More are pouring through. We'll be alright. Once things calm down, I'm sure someone will come for me. Don't worry. The Legion takes care of its own. Alright. And I'm gonna completely ignore what you just said because I'm a fucking badass. Or an idiot. Either or. At the end of the day, I suppose they mean the same thing sometimes. I wonder why the enemy, you know, the Ethereal that possessed my character went through all the effort of possessing him, and if the witch is to be believed, rewriting his mind to just, you know, leave the body. You know, well, I suppose it didn't really have much choice in the matter. Like if it was said it was going to die, but like it, you know, it really handed the enemies quite a handy weapon, you know. So, part of me wonders, is it doing, like, okay, spoilers here. In Wrath of the Lich King, Arthas did all he did to get powerful lieutenants from the enemy side. He was once a champion of the Alliance. Then he was corrupted and fell. And became a champion of the Lich King. In this case, he's just going to go straight for, they're very powerful. I killed them, I resurrect them, they're now my champions, kind of thing. But yeah, some people are arguing there's meant to be parallels between the two. I don't know about that, too many differences. All I do know is, you know, he was setting it all up to make powerful weapons for himself. Part of me is wondering, is that what the Ethereal is trying to do? Like, a lot of people are kind of pinning their hopes on this guy, you know? And so if he turns evil, they're fucked. Like, this one guy could... the only people he would have difficulty taking out would be like the first blade. That's it. No one else will be difficult, and that's because the first blade is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Rift gated, swarming with Ethereals. But yeah, that's ooh, Christ, that flashing light. Like, he's the only one that would probably give us any difficulty. That and Urburg. But at the same time, he'll give anyone difficulty. An immortal who can't be struck down. Yeah, a bit of a dangerous enemy. Ooh, Black Legion people. Sadly, my I don't have my green thing available. I was just thinking, like, stop them from dying. Might be nice. Not that their surviving is actually quite pertinent, quite important. And actually, they already had it. Nice. Merchants. Captain Reeve. This isn't a good time. We've incursion to deal with. No shit. I'm reading your report now for being an idiot. Praetorian's report. I'm just gonna take a quick drink first. Also like the Romany names. By name I mean title. The air reeks of sulphur and smoke. It is difficult to breathe as I write this report. We've been ambushed, facing overwhelming odds. Some kind of ethereal monstrosity has risen from the earth up ahead, and spreading aether far wherever it passes. I've never seen anything like it. The captain ordered us to punch through the opposition and take out that horrific thing, but he was killed in the initial attack that claimed most of our equipment and troops. Men panicked and we were forced to retreat. Managed to rally the few that were left, but it became abundantly clear that we would not survive this. Pulled the Italian back to the entrance and ordered a full retreat to Fort Ikon. With the Ethereals fast approaching, there was not much time to consider our options, and the quartermaster handed me what was left of our explosive charges. We rigged the tunnel entrance and set them off, practically sealing the mountain pass and the Ethereals in with it. I regret to report that with the Twin Falls Bridge destroyed and the tunnel sealed, we're now effectively blocked off from the south, but I can take solace in knowing that the immolation we witnessed will not spread beyond the mountain crags. And Praetorian Marcus Eden. Wait. Twin Falls Bridge. And some cave system over here. He said immolation, but well, there's immolation and conflagration. I assume they're calling this sounds worse, and that area is worse. So it could be referring to here or there. I'm not sure, but I don't know why they have a scouting report from down further. Like this one would be more appropriate in Homestead. I wonder what tunnels though they meant they sealed off. I was assuming they meant something up here, but I know them bringing up Twin Falls makes me think it's they meant tunnels down here. I don't know. I remember I had to go down through the mountain deeps. Maybe the other route that would have led to Homestead. Maybe they sealed that way off. I have no idea. I don't really have a point of reference. Yeah, I have no frame of reference for it. Spellbreaker Moira. Moira of the Spellbreaker Division, at your service. What's a Spellbreaker? We are Legion-sanctioned arcanists, specialized in disrupting enemy spellcasters. Primary duties in nullification and elimination of enemy arcane capacities. With the true threat growing, our ranks are stretched far too thin. I imagine they'll be quite useful. I wonder, all the abilities they have for... just fixing my chair here. That's why. The chair's a bit wonky, so I have to put things under the wheels to keep them, keep the chair usable. And it's just being a nuisance now. But anyway, I wonder if all the abilities they have are stuff we can get. Like, if I had an Arcanist, would I have abilities to fuck with enemy spellcasters, or do I just have other kind of abilities? Like, would the Spellbreaker be a specialized thing? Because that would be kind of cool to have. I know to bring in Inquisitors and Necromancers into the next thing, but it'd be cool to have a Spellbreaker, someone who fucks with casters. That could be fun, intriguing. How well did the Black Legion like me? Friendly, alright. Just gonna read more of your scouting reports. Commander Lucius ordered a scouting report to the north. When I asked what should we be looking for, he almost lost his temper and said anything that might cause a disturbance. He almost lost his temper and said anything that might cause a disturbance. His reaction seemed rather... Whoa, Christ. Sorry. Chairs suddenly started going forwards. So I got a wee bit startled. Anything that might cause a disturbance. His reaction seemed rather out of place and strange. The commander's not known for such outbursts. It struck me odd the way he used the word disturbance. I took my scouting squad through the north gate and almost immediately started seeing some ethereal activity. We changed our course and headed for the hills rather than travelling along the main road. It took longer, but we avoided large numbers of the ethereal dead. They appear to be gathering in the north in preparation for an attack. Their numbers have swelled tremendously since my last mission outside the walls. The return trip is going to prove difficult. I sent one of my reports back to report this information immediately. Heading north, we passed through the necropolis. From the mountaintop, we did not see anything unusual. Searching as far as we could on our resources, we discovered nothing but the accursed blood cultists everywhere. Avoiding them made our progress slow. We did see one strange thing of note. Blood cultists appeared to be collecting blood in vast quantities and hauling them in wagons filled with large glass cisterns. We followed them for a bit to see where they were taken, but were spotted and forced to retreat. Part of me wonders, is Commander Lucius possessed? I'm sorry, but I've taken inventory of what we've left following the attack. I have to take inventory of what we left following the attack, perhaps another time. Oh, a Legion Smith. Who knows the exact same things as any other Smith here. Also, Witch Stalker. Showed you that before. Should actually have a look at what they have, because they've actually... Christ. Ton of consumables. They can make TNT. And they make it in batches of 3. That's nice. Anyway, they have a fair bit of different stuff here. They can already make ward stones. They can make vitriolic gallstones. I'm hesitant in making some things because I don't know what like I like having this at present. You know, this thing because buffs up my pets a bit. So I'm hesitant in having something made. If I won't find use in it. Then again, is this just making component? Actually, it is also making component. Some of the things are full-fledged ones. Others are small parts of them. You know, like look, this is a component part. There, partial component. While up here they would have full ones. Resilient plating, a plate of armor that survived countless battles and looks as fit to survive many more. Nice. That's only useful if you have a shield. That's useful to if you are going up against a ton of materials and want to protect yourself and hurt them more. It's very useful. Very useful. That's also useful if you're going up against chaos things. Chantix. Or how you say it. I know I keep figuring out but then I forget. Anyway.
Don't get killed out there.
Prepare yourself. The nightmare buried underneath the necropolis is all too real.
I have some questions. Go ahead. You seem unusually shaken by Okoran's return. It's nothing. Just Sadden discovers that such evil can never truly be contained. Ogrim smirks. If I get too emotional just during the fighting, just hand me a handkerchief. You say this thing has been summoned before. Yes, many centuries ago at the Battle of Ikon. Nobody knows for sure whether it was the Chitonians performing a last desperate maneuver, or whether the Algoran was drawn to all the spilt blood, but the results were catastrophic. Now we know what the real purpose behind the necropolis was. What's our plan of action? I'm preparing... One sec. Just fixing my headset. I'm preparing... preparing an elite... sorry, I'm just being distracted now. I'm getting a jab of pain in my head. That's why I sounded off. I'm preparing an elite team to strike the necropolis and take the enemies by surprise from the inside. Speak to Creed for more details when you're ready. Will do.
Good, you've arrived. Things here are in worse shape than I thought.
I don't know why, but I'm mentally associating this guy with Khadgar right now, for some reason. What happened?
Betrayal, sabotage, call it what you will. We've been attacked from within. The Ethereals have gotten a hold of the commander.
Well, oh, I guessed well. 8,000 XP. He's been possessed.
Precisely. Based on the reports, Commander Lucius has been sending out our men on futile missions, thinning out the fort's defenses. Then once the watch was sufficiently weak, he opened the gates allowing the Ethereals to pour in. He was not counting on human ingenuity, however. Weapons Master Edric collapsed the front gates with some explosives, cutting off the enemy's forces. When we arrived with reinforcements from the south, the coward Lucius fled into the armory. Until those gates are cleared, we're stuck here. I need you to enter the armory and recover what's left of the heavy explosives. Use them to clear the rubble, but beware of Lucius. He has shed his human disguise in favor of a monstrous form which I cannot even begin to describe. You will likely have to deal with him to get to the explosives.
It will be done. He started sounding very stilted there, and same issue as I was saying with the other guy. It just sounded like he was just... I was thinking Microsoft Sam, or just someone reading the script without really, not voicing it well, basically. And I'm like, here, give me a second. Hello, folks, and I am back. Recording locally, recording locally. Let's get back into this. Turn this mouse off. Turn this other one back on. Oh yeah. As you can probably guess, the fort's seen better days. It's going to take every able-bodied man and woman to bring Fort Ikon back to its former glory. Care to lend a hand? Sure. What do you need? I need someone capable to enter the armory and recover what's left of our scrap building materials. The supplies were originally designed for Homestead, but with recent attacks, we can't afford to spare any resources. After Lucius opened the gates and the heroes started pouring through, we had no choice but to collapse our own gates with explosives. Repairs will take weeks, but we can't get started without those supplies. Unfortunately, the possessed commander has fled into the armory, perhaps to finish sabotaging what's left of our arsenal. I hear your experience with dealing with materials, so I was hoping you could look into this matter. Sure. And Grim. You. It's you again. I trust that my apprentice is making good use of Malian men here. How did you make it out here? Well, I traveled north through the wilderness, careful to avoid any settlements that might attract ethereal attention. Eventually stumbled upon a Legion camp, enlisted on the spot. We were called back to Fort Ikon several days ago. Had a few close calls along the way, but here we are. Glad you made it. How are you faring without the hammer? It's a shame that my finest work is behind me, but I can still procure fine armor and weapons for these brave men and women. I do the best I can with what I've got. This work is helping out the people of Devil's Crossing.
See anything you like?
Black Legion wares. Regardless, Quartermaster. Orlan's blood. The sacred blood of the war god. Cool, nice stuff. Anyone of interest? No. Plenty of enemies over there. Can't target them though.